Hello everybody, today we're going to be playing... So yeah, I figured I'd find an extreme demon to play. So yeah, I guess let's not waste any time. Let's start with Retention by Woogie. As may be obvious, as you saw, I have 45% on this level and actually did intend to beat it a bit ago. By a bit ago, I mean around the time that I quit playing 8.0. So like 4 years ago, which was like pre-COVID. Yeah, I don't have the worst memory of this level, as in, like, I kind of still remember how to play it. Yesterday, on my way home from college, I stopped at GameStop to see if they had the Pikmin 1 and 2 HD re-releases for the Switch, because I was playing Pikmin 4 for the second time at college in between classes, and I was like, man, it would be such a power move if I was able to play all 4 Pikmin games on the Switch, which you can. And I already have Pikmin 3 Deluxe, and so I was like, all right, let's see how this goes. And they did not have Pikmin 1 and 2. Sad. Oh my god, I almost just did that first try. That was all random clicks. But that is not the end of the story. However, this is the end of my time at this level. This level will not be the next extreme demon. I've been baiting you. This whole cube memory part? No. All right, on to the next one. But, and when I was there, the guy who was at the counter, who, you know, I obviously was like, hey, do you guys have this? And he was like, no, we just sold out like the last one. And, oh yeah, we're here on Cataclysm. And let me, you know, check if other GameStops have them. And like other ones did, but like I'm not driving. You know, I don't want to. But we started talking about random stuff, mainly because we like started the conversation off about how like the re-releases of Pikmin 1 and 2 aren't the exact same as like the originals. And we just got to talking about a lot of stuff, and you can tell he's been playing video games for a while because he sounds like he hates video games. You know how it's like anybody who's been in like a community or like been a fan of something long enough, it just sounds like they hate it, like they don't even want to be there. And it's just like, why are you still here? And it's like, because it's all I have. But like quick tidbits from this guy. Not a fan of tank controls in Resi 1 or 4. Does not consider the Resi 1 remake a remake. It is. Well, I guess you could. There is room for argument on that. It's definitely not a remake in the same way that the 2, 3, and 4 remakes are. He has every single Dragon Ball video game. Like a lot. I didn't even know there were like that many. Well, he doesn't have all of them. He has like all of them for specific like consoles. He even has, he says he's missing like 4, and I don't even know if this is like true. But he said he was missing like 4 Game Boy ones, like Game Boy Color ones or something. And I'm like, dude, I didn't even know there were Game Boy Dragon Ball games. Why? Like, is there a strong player base of not just Dragon Ball games, but like on the Game Boy? He also doesn't like Mario Galaxy, which I know a lot of people are probably hearing and thinking like heresy. Nah, I kind of sympathize with it. Mario Galaxy is not that good. It's certainly a good game, but like it ain't all that. People talking about greatest game of all time, dude, that's not even top 20. What are you on? It was good though, and I played it recently, by the way, in order to actually like test this theory. I was curious. It'd been like years. I hadn't played it since I was like a small child, and I was like, all right, time to experience like a gaming classic for the first time in years. And now I can appreciate it because my heart is cold and dead, and I didn't like it that much. Thought the second one was way better. Now, once again, not to say Galaxy is a bad game or anything, because it isn't. In fact, Galaxy does have one of those like weird things where like the tone of a Nintendo or like a game that's ostensibly made for children just gets like really serious and like odd for a second. Yeah, I love that type of stuff. That's why I love Pikmin 2 so much. With the storybook in the library with Rosalina, like, oh my god, dude. That part's still incredible. I still love it. But yeah, other than that, it's not that good, honestly. More tidbits about him. He hates the Wii because back when it was in its heyday, he had to... By the way, that's Cataclysm done. This is probably the most likely one I'll do next. I'll just let you know right now. But back in its heyday, he had to bring in, plug in, and like test a bunch of Wii's and like try and fix them and blah blah blah. And yeah, he just hates it. Yeah, he started. So when I mentioned that I had recently played like Galaxy and everything, he was talking about Mario 3D All Stars on the Switch, which he has because he doesn't want to pay for Switch Online. He wants to play Mario 64 on the Switch. And I mentioned, and this wasn't. I was just like mentioning it because we had just talked about how Pikmin 1 and 2's re-releases weren't the same as the original. And if you want to talk about re-releases not the same as the original, it's Mario 3D All-Stars. And so I was just mentioning, I'd already mentioned that I had Galaxy, and I said that I had Sunshine, because I do. I have a GameCube disc and a memory card and a super scuffed controller, and I played on the Wii. And when I said that, I think I might have like activated, I don't know if this was, maybe he didn't feel this way at all, and I'm just reading too much into it, which is pretty likely. But I feel like I may have stoked his ego because he started going through all the old games that he had. And I was like, cool. And he was just talking about all of them. And it's like, dude, I was not trying to get into this type of like contest with you, man. I was just mentioning it because it was on topic. But he has a lot of things, so it was quite interesting. He also got, and this is another hill I will die on. When we were talking about Mario Galaxy, I mentioned that the main thing I hated about it was the controls, because of that, how the nunchuck only has like 9 directions or something, and it's super weird. And, you know, he said something like, well, yeah, but when with like Galaxy, it was made with that in mind. No, the controls still suck, my guy. Like, you know, obviously I didn't say it like that because like I'm not rude, but I'll say it now that I'm just talking to like the YouTube audience. Nah, Galaxy's controls straight suck. They are garbage. Otherwise, Galaxy 1 and 2 are very fun games, but you cannot try and tell me for even a second that they have good controls, because they don't. It doesn't even have anything to do with the motion controls. I actually personally didn't really have an issue with the motion controls of Galaxy 1 or 2. Like, they're actually pretty good most of the time. Like, the riding the ball thing and, like, the gliding and everything, that's just a skill issue. I don't know what to say. Those really aren't that bad. Speaking of skill issues, and I'm sure this is a thing for like different people with different games and stuff, like, do you guys have a game where just like you just feel like everyone else somehow sucks at it? Like, this isn't me trying to be rude or anything. Trust me, I've been well humbled by many different games and my skills at different things throughout my life. I just mean, like, there are some games that I hear people talk about being difficult, and I'm like, what are you on? Genuinely, like, what are you talking about? So that's Bloodbath done. Bloodbath is also like a pretty close one to something I would do. And just like, I'm trying to think of what an actual good oh yeah, we're here on Aku now. I'm sure everyone knows this level. I don't even know why I had to go show it. But like, not even games as a whole, maybe just like certain parts in games. Like, I'm playing the original Resident Evil 4 right now, which by the way, I have a video up. Teehee, you should go watch it. But like, one thing I remember hearing a lot about, like, in that game as being like crazy difficult and like one of the hardest like things in the entire series was the water room. And I knew what this looked like and everything. And I get to the water room and, you know, I'm braced for impact. Dude, that thing, I died exactly once, and it was because I shot Ashley on accident because of some mistaken target recognition. Other than that, it was incredibly easy. I was just like, what? What? Like, people talk about that so much as like this big thing, and I was like, that is nothing. It's not even to say I think the game's that easy. I just, why were people so bad at that part? I'm sure this is a perfect example of what I'm talking about with the skill issue thing, because people talk about this being their first extreme, and it's like, how? This is 15% in, and I've already spent half of my Bloodbath attempts. Bloodbath and Kata are like super easy compared to this level. This level is like 10 times harder than both of them combined. I would literally rather beat Katabath than have to beat this. Here we come. 15%. We're almost at our Cataclysm attempt number. 83, 84, 85, 86. Yeah, okay. So it's been decided. We're not playing this next. Don't even. All right, we're just gonna go. What if we just search extreme demons? We're not. I'm not playing Yacht or Bloodlust or Sonic Wave or Slaughterhouse or Phobos. Yeah, no, this also sucks. Man, I never realized so many extremes just suck. Granted, I just played Phobos, so that's probably not like the best judge, but it was falling up, but like the final duel. All right, how about this? We'll do something very simple. That is, Cataclysm. Yeah, Cataclysm is it. All right, Extreme Demon found. Time for the second half of the video where I try and learn it, actually. You know what? How about this? Bye-bye.